Hey, what's going on? I'm Daniel. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today, Joe has the Crossfire over at his house. He's going to be doing some work on tearing the interior out. I'm here at the shop going to get some stuff done. So let's get over to Joe and see what he's got going on. Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. If you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed. We're not asking you to be a subscriber for anything for us. We want you to be a subscriber for you. We actually do giveaways every 500 subscribers, and we just passed 9,500 subscribers a little while ago, so it's time to do a giveaway. We take all of our subscribers, we put them in a random name generator, and guess what? The winner is Bill Elrod. Bill, make sure you send me an email. It is daniel@olympusoffroad.com. I will put it in the video, probably right here or something. I also put it in the description below. But Bill Elrod, you won a set of LED headlights from Olympus Off-Road and a t-shirt. So make sure you get with me. And if you're not subscribed, get subscribed so you can get something free like Bill.
Hello YouTube fans. Brought the Crossfire back over to my place this weekend, start tearing the interior at it. So this here is my garage. Got all my wonderful tools over there. You may have heard about this guy in one of our previous videos. 69 Mustang there. One of these days, come out of hiding and hopefully get set up as a 4x4. We'll see. I promise not to destroy the body too much though. So anyway, this is what we're here for. I'm gonna set this camera up and we're gonna start tearing the interior out of this car. It stinks and I don't need it. Gosh, so I finally got down to the bottom of everything back here. This is just terrible. The water. I'm not sure what this thing is. It looks like it's got some kind of air actuated line coming out of it. But what I read online, that might actually be what controls the locks in the car, because I've been having issues with the car not locking, and I read online that there's something in the trunk that if it gets wet, it won't lock the doors and the little lights will stay on. So that could be it right there. I don't know. But yeah, I need to get all this crap out of it. This is just nasty. Look at that, even the water. Woo! That's just crazy. Look how thick that padding is on this car. Oh, it's so dang quiet on the inside. I cut a lot of that out of there. Huh. That's just crazy. Okay, side one done. That was definitely a bit of a pain. Man, there's a lot of foam down in there for that sound deadener. Each one of those grooves down in here, everything had sound deadener in it. But I got it all the way off, or I got it off all the way up there. So, side one done. I even did a little bit of wiping down. Yeah, I know it's a rally car. I know it's going to get dirty, but you know what? There is no reason why you can't start with a clean car. So there you have it. On to side two. Interesting discovery. So hail damage always makes for interesting stuff, right? This is my fresh air intake right here. That channel filters water down into a drain that goes out the bottom of the car right there. So these two spots, there and there, are not supposed to get water in them. However, because the hail hit here and here, what happened is it started letting water down inside the car. But it wasn't readily noticeable. So that funky smell that we've been complaining about the last couple days, it's probably some of this mildew. And you can actually see down under here where the I think this is the blower motor down in here, but I pulled that cover off and it was just full of water. And you can see there's a little bit of rust on some of the bolts up in there, a little bit down in here. But overall, the floor pans are not bad. When I saw that water, I thought, oh man, I'm gonna have some floor pan issues over here, but I really don't. I think we caught it in enough time that we don't have to worry about any rust. But I got all the interior out finally, at least what I'm taking out for now. You can't really see it, but there's a pile of stuff out here, and this just nasty here. Whew. You can see a little bit anyway. You can see the mildew just built up on the bottom. That's all foam pad right there that goes down underneath all the seats. It's sound deadener and cushion. But there you have it. Got everything I want out for now from the interior. I'm going to finish cleaning this up and call it a night. So I totally forgot last night to take the headliner out. Shouldn't take long, so I'm going to do that real quick.
Hey, welcome back. Looks like Joe's definitely getting some work done, and I can't wait to get that car back here and we can start deciding what we're going to do with it and all the cool things that we have planned. And speaking of planned, we have some stuff planned for the shop. We're going to be making some big changes around here, so let's talk about that. So this is the shop. It's getting a little messy and cluttered, and one of the things that we have to do, we've been talking about our shock line and everything we have going on with that, and we need space. We talked about adding a building and some other stuff, but we just didn't want to deal with the logistics of that right now. So here's what we're going to do. This whole area of the shop up here, currently it has our lift. Yes, I know it never actually gets used and is more of a, well, we'll call it a vehicle holder for 6 months at a time. This poor TJ's been up here for way too long. So we're going to take the TJ off the lift. We're going to take the lift out of this corner, and everything you see here is going to go away. It'll be organized, thrown out, whatever. Tons of stuff that just needs to go. So we're going to clean all that out. We're going to move the lift back here in front of the door. So the two posts will be somewhere around here and here. This will do two things. Number one, it's going to give us better access to the lift right at the door. Because honestly, getting a vehicle up this way can sometimes be challenging. We don't normally have projects here, but when we do, there's stuff in the way, got to move all over the place. Number two, if we put it in front of the door, we're not likely to leave something on it for 6 months at a time. So that's the hope. The other thing we're going to do is right about the second, I don't know what you want to call that, but there's around the shop is the center section here. So we're going to build a second level up, and that will give us a little more of a work area in addition to storage and everything we need for all the shock stuff we got going down. But with that, we have to get rid of all this stuff. So we'll be working on that here in the next week and getting rolling. So we'll keep you posted on those updates and along with everything else we have going on, because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be changing. We're actually going to create a custom little room outside for the air compressor. We're going to get rid of all this stuff that's back here. We just need to clean, organize, and make a better shop. A clean workspace is an efficient workspace, and we need to step it up. Well, as the video showed, that's a faster time lapse, so we're getting used to a few things with this camera. I went ahead and got a lot of stuff cleaned up around this car, and then went ahead and got this whole hub assembly back together, shafts in. This one's done. The only thing we have left to do is we have to finish the brake caliper bracket, reinforce it, and then this guy is done. So we'll knock out the same on the other side. Something else I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about with this rear suspension we haven't fully gone over yet is the bumps. Where's the bump? Put it somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. So the front bumps, this is what we had in the rear before. It was our 2.0. This one is a 4-inch travel, and it's a little smaller, but it's threaded. It attaches by threading into this can, and then it has 2 lock collars to thread in. Well, we wanted something different for the back. So we've got this guy. That is a giant bump. And the reason for it is there's a lot of rear travel back here, and the amount of work that this suspension is going to be doing, we'll eventually have bypasses back here, but right now we're getting it set up with a single shock. So we want to have a really good bump that we can control a little differently than just your standard bump. So with this, we're able to have a lot more fluid, so it helps with cooling, and it also mounts via shock tabs and then a clamp can. We were going to have some clamp cans made that clamp around it out of billet, but we hadn't, unfortunately we didn't get there. So just to give you perspective on my IFS car, that's the bump we're running. So as you can see, it mounts with a bolt, 2 tabs, and then we created a reinforced structure down here below because there was nothing, well, there was really nothing down here, so we had to kind of create something. So on this car, back here, let me grab this bump and show you. Actually, I gotta let this one is pressurized, so I gotta let the nitrogen out. As you can see, that's the shock, and that bump is massive. So we got to put it right here and figure out a way to mount it. However, I'm not going to make you wait, because guess what? I already mounted the passenger side. Joe and I did that the other day, but we just did not show you. Okay, cool. So what we did, here it is. This is the first part. We couldn't figure out what we wanted to do, so I had an idea. And what we did is we took a piece of tube and we added weld washers to it, welded them on so it's ends, and then the bolt goes through. And then for reinforcement, we added this tube up this way, because as the bump goes up, it's going to want to push. So now it's going to push there and push there. And then I'm going to add a gusset here. And then of course we have to make the clamp for down here. Again, the way we did it on this car is we took a piece of tube and 2 bolts and made a clamp can. So we'll probably do the same on this. I've got to pick up tube for that lower clamp can tomorrow. But this is how the bump is going to mount. So that'll be there. And it's going to be a big bump stop. It'll definitely help with dampening and give us that much more better ability to tune this rig in. So I've got to make the other side. I'm just trying to give you guys some updates, what we got going down. We're going to knock out all the brake stuff, the bumps, get this rear suspension dialed in. We got to knock out the front brakes, finish these on both sides. The shafts, oh boy. So here's some bad news. Check this out. That's, I don't know if you can really see it. And that's not the camera bowing. That is the actual shaft. You can kind of see it straight there, and then it's twisted. Well, unfortunately, that's what happens with horsepower. So these things, they eat. So we had to get some new shafts on order. We went with Yukon, even though only the long side is messed up. And some guys will run this, but with us, that's not going to last. So why do we want to take the chance of blowing something up if we can go ahead and prevent it and potentially cause thousands of dollars worth of damage over a $300 shaft or whatever it costs? He went ahead and ordered a complete new set of shafts, so he'll have a spare stubby U-joint short side as well as another stubby and U-joint. He just won't have a spare long side, but that gives him some extra stuff. We are going to, once we get this on wheels, we're going to mount the bead locks probably tomorrow as well. We are going to take this out front and clean it. It's nasty, so it needs to be clean, and then we got to paint it black. Now once that's done, we're going to put the transmission back in. I got to go through the T-case, so we might even just do a video all about the T-case, and I got to do that. And then we're upgrading his differentials. Well, everything's getting upgraded. So right now, he's running 1350. So this is a 1350 U-joint here. And this is what we're going to, 1480. So everything's going to be much bigger and beefier. These are billet yokes from Strange. So those will replace these yokes on each differential, both front and back. So we'll get those knocked out by Wednesday. So if all goes well, by the end of the week, this thing will just be about running and driving. The only thing we're really waiting on is the front shocks. We're waiting on some parts for those. We got half the stuff to get them assembled, but we need our tubes and a couple other things. So we need our front shock, and then it's not crucial for it to drive. We have a set of billet trailing arms on the 4400 car, or I should say the IFS car, Medusa. We made these awesome billet trailing arms with Innovative Machining Solutions out of Maine. Hit him up if you haven't hit him up. He makes a lot of awesome stuff. So these are solid billet aluminum, and these are steel. They work, but billet's better. So we're upgrading to a set of billet trailing arms, and we should have those hopefully shipping by the end of the week. Then the only thing left after that, oh, we got a cool camera coming for the Dash 2. It came in. I got to show that to you. So anyways, just wanted to kind of give you guys an update where things are at, what we got going down. So I'm going to get a few more things done here. Not going to worry about recording them. They're just tedious work things that need to get done. But we just want to give you an update, kind of show you what's going on. And we're trying to get more videos out to keep you guys in the loop on every single project that we're doing. So right now, the main priority is get the 4400 car done. What's today's date? I don't know. There's an event coming up I thought maybe we'd try and get it done for, but LS Fest, if it happens, is the goal for this project. The IFS car, we don't know. We got to go through it, and we have to decide kind of where we're at with everything. There's a bunch of little stuff we got to do, and quite honestly, we've just been putting it off. There's no real rhyme or reason on that. So we're going to, this week as well, sit down, go through this thing top to bottom, and figure out where we're at and what needs to be done, because we need to be out testing this thing. And our local track, Ram Off-Road Park, is open, so we can be out there as much as we want. So this week, big push on Oso. We need to get that done, so we'll have a video. We'll show off everything we're doing tomorrow. We'll have another video for the beadlocks, another video for the T-case and tearing that apart. And, you know, we're just going to keep pumping out content to show you all what we have going on. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to get back to work here. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed, give us a big thumbs up, and be sure to comment down below. We'd love to interact with you, and all those comments help us guide the direction of this channel. We'll see you guys next time. Here's a fist bump for you.